You've spoken about the book of Acts. Honorable Speaker, I listened to you on Sunday, the book of Mark. And I listened to you on Sunday, Honorable Speaker, and maybe it's something the Honorable Kipchumba should also have listened to the other bit of what you said on Sunday. That's knocking your head against a wall is not bravado. It is sheer stupidity. Honorable Speaker, I saw the media take that out of context. Just like, Honorable Speaker, a few Sundays ago, Bishop Njiriri of Stewart's Church read from the book of Acts 28 that speaks about the viper that was on Paul's hand. And when I also spoke about that viper and how you should shake it off so that you allow your hand to do that which the Lord has purposed to that hand to do. Honorable Speaker, I saw people saying that there are people who have been called snakes. In fact, I have seen some people claiming that they are the snake without anybody calling them a snake.
Ladies and gentlemen, how are you? I hope you are fine. As you can see, personally, I'm very fine, full of health, and we thank the Almighty God for the grant for His granted us to see today. Yesterday, the impeachment motion for removal of His Excellency Rigathi Gachagua as the Deputy President of the Republic of Kenya was finally tabled yesterday by the member from Kibwezi East, member of Parliament of Maendeleo Chap. He was brave enough to do that. At first, there was speculation that no one was willing to table it. There was rumors that Owen Baya had come up to do it. But at long last, it was done by a member of Maendeleo Chap. I know the members of the mountain really avoided to be the ones tabling this motion. But all in all, the motion has been tabled. The charges are there. Public participation will be done on Friday in all the 47 counties, in various stations that they have gazetted the places that this public participation will take place. And to be honest, as things stands today, if all the factors remain constant, then regard is going on. Because over 291 members of parliament have signed the said impeachment motion. Today I want us to talk about the possible successors of Rigathi Gachagua if at all the impeachment is successful and the challenge that will be taken to court is also unsuccessful. I want us to talk about the possible successors of Rigathi Gachagua after the said impeachment. But before we do that, allow me to thank you for subscribing to this channel. And if you are new, you haven't subscribed to this channel, kindly do so that every time we produce a video like this one, YouTube can automatically notify you. Thank you for the continued support. We are growing. We are now at 1.2k subscribers, and we thank God for that. Now, the requirement for impeachment of Deputy President is simple. For you to table an impeachment motion, you need 117 members of parliament to append their signatures. That is a third of the members of parliament. And also, you need 203 members to vote for the impeachment motion for the removal of the Deputy President. Then after doing that, it will be tabled in the Senate, where the same process will be done. A committee will be formed of members of the Senate. A committee of the Senate will be formed. Then Rigathi will appear in person to defend himself against the said charges. If the Senate gets the 2/3 majority, that's a deal done. So we don't know what will happen, but as this stands today, Rigathi is going because 291 members of parliament out of 349 minus 4 because there are some vacant seats following the resignation of 2 members, that is Opio and I and John Badi, and 1 member who died, the 1 member for Rabai, and also there is one of the members whose win was nullified by court of law. So we have 4 empty slots. So out of 345 MPs, 291 are in support of the motion. That means 58 members of parliament are not supporting the motion. Very few people. And as if they say 291 members, if they vote for the impeachment, then I don't see if the Senate can save Rigathi. It's only the courts that can save Rigathi from this. But that's not my topic for today. We can come and do that in another video. Today I want us to talk about the possible successors of Rigathi Gachagua, if at all this impeachment is successful and the challenging in court is also unsuccessful. Who are these people who are possible and deemed to take over after Rigathi? At number 1, I'm placing Anne Waiguru at number 1. I know most of you believe that Kindiki will be given, but I place Anne Waiguru at number 1. Because one, in the mountain, the Kikuyu, the Mount Kenya, the Kikuyu Mount Kenya, that is the people from Mount Kenya, the Kikuyus are always the leaders. In fact, since independence, we have had 3 presidents, Kikuyu presidents. Vice presidents, we had Mwai Kibaki, we had Josephat Karanja, and now we have Rigathi. So we have had 3 vice presidents, and all of them are Kikuyus. And you see, even in last 2022, when they were preparing to pick a running mate, the members of parliament, majority of them supported Professor Kindiki to take over as the deputy president. But what happened? William Ruto, being a smart politician and a genius in politics, knew that he needed the Kikuyus. And if you had only picked someone from the Mount Kenya East, the Mount Kenya West will rebel and they will support Raila, because by then they had Martha Karua as the running mate in the other side. So William Ruto, according to me, I think that he may not be willing to risk this. He has to replace a Kikuyu with a Kikuyu.
Mimi kama kiongozi siwezi kubali watu wa Mount Kenya tudanganywe tena, tujitenge na Wakenya wale wengine. Tutaki siasa za ukabila. Tutaki siasa za ukabila ni kusema hivi: maendeleo ambayo inakuja hatutaki zikuwe zinaangaliwa na lens ya ukabila. Sisi tunataka kuwa Wakenya. Ndio sisi kama wa Mount Kenya, watu wa jamii yetu, wale ambao wanafanya biashara Kenya nzima ni nyinyi. Ukienda Kisumu, ukiingia kwa hoteli, unakuta general manager ni Mkikuyu. Ukienda kule Mombasa, unakuta hata wale wanauza kwa soko ni Wakikuyu. Ukienda Lamu, unakuta majority ya wale wako huko hata uwezi chaguliwa ni watu wa gani?
I'm placing Anne Waiguru at number 1 because Anne Waiguru has all the qualifications. She has served as a cabinet minister previously. She's a second-term governor, serving as the chair of the Council of Governors. And you see, in politics, she has really worked so hard. Even when they were picking the running mate for William Ruto, Anne Waiguru was part of the people that were vying, contesting for the same seat, but we later remained with Kindiki and Gachagua. But Anne Waiguru wanted also to be the running mate of William Ruto. So I place her at number 1, and you see she's the favorite for William Ruto as we speak today. So number 1, I place Anne Waiguru. Number 2 is this man who is under siege right now, a man by the name Ndindi Nyoro. Ndindi Nyoro, the biggest problem of Ndindi Nyoro for him not to become a deputy president is his age. Otherwise, he's very fit, he's popular, he's one of the members of parliament who has been number 1 every time they do a development. In fact, this constituency is leading in how CDF has been spent very, very correctly and very well according to what has been planned. And majority of members of parliament always go to Kiaru to benchmark what Ndindi Nyoro has done. Ndindi Nyoro is popular, but the one problem that to some extent maybe committed or he omitted is he never signed the impeachment of Gachagua. I have seen people talking about it in the internet, and people are saying William Ruto could be grooming Ndindi Nyoro to take over as the VP. That is why he never wanted to place him as a traitor. By signing the impeachment motion means you have betrayed the people from the mountain. That is why all the members of parliament from Moranga, apart from the women rep, who is Betty Maina, signed the impeachment motion for Rigathi. maybe these people from Moranga have got some information that in case Rigathi is removed, Ndindi Nyoro will be the replacement. That is why they are trying so hard to not to be perceived as traitors. The 5 Mount Kenya MPs, Ndindi Nyoro included, have decided not to sign the impeachment, and they are willing to die to ensure that Rigathi is not impeached. So Ndindi Nyoro is my number 2, and there was a time he had even tried rising up against Rigathi, but Rigathi being a shrewd politician, akamuonga kichwa na mnaita, and it was done with him, and that's why he went underground. And from that time, I've never seen him talking about anything. He has been silent, he has gone mute. And up to yesterday when we realized he never signed the impeachment motion. So that's now Ndindi Nyoro. Number 3 could be Professor Abraham Kindiki. Majority of people feel that Kindiki could be given. But you see, Kindiki, his biggest problem is where he comes from. Kindiki comes from the Meru community. In the Meru, he comes from a very small sub-tribe called the Daraka. Darakas is like a Sabaot in Kalenjin community. There are very few. Like those communities with large numbers like the Kikuyu will never allow someone from a small community like that. Even the Merus themselves cannot allow someone from a small sub-tribe like Daraka to become a deputy president. They will fight back. So that's the biggest challenge of Kindiki, and that is why even when all the members of parliament wanted Kindiki, against all odds, President Ruto made sure he picked someone from the Kikuyu community. So that's the biggest challenge with Kindiki, but he may be picked. We may never know, because now there is no election, and Ruto is not facing any threat in the next election, the coming election. So he may pick Kindiki, having served as the Senate of the Rakanindi for 2 terms. The first time he was the leader of majority of the Senate. He became the deputy speaker. He's now the Minister for Interior and National Coordination, and he's fit for the job. He's a national leader. We cannot rule out the possibility of William Ruto picking him as the deputy president now that Rigathi is going on. At number 4, but this is not likely to happen, is Kimani Ichung'wah. Kimani Ichung'wah has really fought to ensure that Gachagua is going on. In fact, if there is one man who has single-handedly manhandled Rigathi Gachagua like a kid, is one man, Kimani Ichung'wah. And if Rigathi at some point, or by the favor of God, he is saved by the courts and he comes back to office, I don't think he'll ever forgive Kimani Ichung'wah for what he has done to him. Kimani Ichung'wah has really fought Rigathi Gachagua. He has made fighting Rigathi Gachagua one of his biggest business. And maybe William Ruto may see, now that you have been fighting and you are truthful and you are honest, you are loyal to me, he may choose to reward Kimani Ichung'wah by giving him the seat. Although we know people like Kimani Ichung'wah will never go far. If you are fighting someone to get something, it's like killing someone so for you to inherit the wife or the property they have. You will never eat that property in peace, or you will never enjoy that in peace. But that is another possible successor of Rigathi. The last one is Gladys Wanga. Gladys Wanga is the chairperson of ODM party and the governor for Homa Bay. In fact, she's among the best performing governors. The best, in fact, she improved by revenue collection. All revenue collection of Homa Bay County improved, and we may have a very good deputy president in Gladys Wanga. If at all this handshake of William Ruto and Raila, maybe they have agreed, help me remove Gachagua, then I will give you the slot of deputy president, because they have he has even been given the shares in the cabinet, where he has 7 members from his political party in the cabinet. So maybe if this is the deal between Raila and Ruto, Ruto may decide to give Raila Odinga that seat by giving Gladys Wanga as a reward to Raila for coming in to support him and help him fight the Gen Z revolution movement. Those are some of the possible successors of Gachagua if at all the impeachment goes through. Let's wait and see. We are here to see. If the impeachment succeeds, then take it from me. The deputy president will come from the 5 names that I've mentioned to you. Until next time, this is Hirram Kemei. Subscribe, like, share.